Hello, hello. It's it's Tuesday night, a little after 7:15, and we are here to have a vitamin discussion.
We are?
We are.
Okay. Well, I'm ready. How about you?
And what do you want to talk about tonight?
Ooh, I want to talk about how important, how ridiculously important it is to actually take a bariatric vitamin. And the topic came up in the office today, and I was seeing a patient who had had surgery elsewhere and years ago. And overall, she had this kind of grayish hue to her skin, and she
Mm,
didn't have that health look that you so seek when you had this surgery. You want that health look. You're thinking that getting a little thinner will get you there, and then your body has dysfunction from the surgery. The the natural functions of the body are disrupted by the
mm-hmm.
change in the gut processing, and that requires supplementation on very high levels of certain vitamins in order to have basic health. And these patients are told, don't worry about it, or they believe a Facebook group or
A Flintstones vitamin.
a Flintstone vitamin is good enough. It is not, or one a day. It is not good
Well, I
enough.
mean, I think it's very evident to me because, I'm the one that's ordering 14 vials of labs on every single post-op patient, and I see the results.
All right.
And I even for people who are taking a fairly good quality supplement program, they're going to sometimes come up with less than ideal outcomes, maybe suboptimal levels, maybe outright deficiencies. And the reason is just plain and simple. You have maldigestion to food after bariatric surgery. You are also very restricted in the amounts and diversity of food after bariatric surgery. And you have malabsorption in both procedures to certain vitamins and minerals. So there is just no way of having your digestive tract completely altered and then saying, I'm just going to try and eat my way to a healthy diet. I shouldn't really need vitamins if I eat healthy.
You were quoting some nutritional expert that you were hearing the other day, and the quote was something about, in order to have adequate vitamin intake, you need, I think it was 6 cups of fruits and vegetables daily. Well, imagine 6 8-ounce or 48 ounces of fruits and vegetables. We're talking about something that's, this big. You're not going to eat that in a day and get your protein in and
I
get your
can't
fluids
possibly.
in.
No,
And it's just not possible.
no. Yeah, and so I think that in all of the work that I'll ever do, certainly, what we do in coaching and what we do in the office and things, it's really important. We help manage people's complications and we help people lose the amount of weight they want to lose or help manage regain. And there's a lot of stuff that we do that's super beneficial, but without a doubt, helping people manage their vitamin and minerals is the most important work that I will ever do
Hmm.
in my career, because you just people don't recognize all of the different dysfunctions that will arise from not having optimal levels of vitamins and minerals, because it is literally the building blocks, haha, name of our vitamin company, to all of our bodily functions. Everything from making neurotransmitters and helping our mood be stable, to helping us have good stomach acid production, to digest our foods better, to it just goes on and on. And if we're not giving our bodies what it needs, we're just not running efficiently, and bad things will happen. I mean, some of the more common things that I see in all the vitamin levels that I do is like vitamin A deficiency, for example.
Oh, gee, that's not important. I can do without my vitamin A. I'll just have night blindness.
Right. But
Oh,
here people are going to the eye doctor complaining of not being able to see well or see at night. And all along, it's because they had a vitamin A deficiency that could have easily been corrected. Um, so, people don't really recognize. It's like, I guess
oh, should we go to vitamin B? That's the next one. And there's multiple vitamin Bs. But anemia comes from vitamin D deficiency. Neurological problems come from vitamin B deficiency.
yeah.
I could go on, but we're making the point simply that you cannot one off each of these vitamins and get the results, cob together the results that a bariatric vitamin can give you.
Yeah, and I think too, in the past year that we've been uh, online, impacting people outside of the state of Florida and the geographic small location that we are able to see people in, and we're having an impact on more widespread people through coaching, where they start going on the appropriate amounts of vitamins, and they're like,
Hmm.
my life has changed. This has been the biggest game changer that I have experienced to date.
After the surgery.
Yeah.
Right, right.
And it's like,
I feel like myself again. I can move again. I
no more
can.
brain fog. I'm thinking clearly. I'm sleeping better. So, well, anyways, tonight I just wanted to, talk about two of the building blocks vitamins that I think, we'll talk about vitamins in general, and then we'll kind of like do a little just kind of overview on certain specific vitamins each time. Today I wanted to talk about the Cal Mag Absorb and the vitamin D. So, vitamin D3 is a newer offering to the building blocks line. And what I want to say about vitamin D3 is that literally, if you are not optimized with your vitamin D levels, you will not be able to absorb calcium. So, you could be taking calcium at very high doses, lots of it, thinking you're doing great for your body, great for your bones. But without adequate vitamin D levels, you are unable to absorb it. And what happens when we take calcium and we're not able to absorb it is calcium is a hardening mineral. So it will harden things. It might harden,
In your urinary tract.
it might give you kidney stones. It might give you plaque in your arteries. So it's important to make sure that we are optimizing vitamin D. And even in the state of Florida, the Sunshine State, there's plenty of people with low vitamin D. In fact,
90+%.
every single person I test, unless they're taking vitamin D, is suboptimal or deficient in vitamin D, even in Florida. So imagine what it's like in Michigan or Canada, right? So we have to probably take vitamin D, definitely get our levels tested, and then recognize that vitamin D, the reference ranges, just like many of the other vitamins, are very low because we are mostly deficient in a lot of vitamins, and that will skew the reference ranges lower.
The people who hear this may not understand that, but reference ranges from the laboratory are based on the local population, not on what is absolute medical criteria for health. So please understand that if your population is generally low in vitamin D, your reference range at your local lab may be far lower than what health is.
So true. So, and then the CalMag Absorb. This is one of my favorite new supplements. It's part of the newer line, the Absorb line. So we talked about the other week, we talked about the Multi-Max Absorb. This is the CalMag Absorb. And the reason that this is a wonderful supplement is a couple things. Number one, the research is clear that when you combine calcium in a 1-to-1 ratio with magnesium, that it increases its potency significantly, so that almost all the calcium is then going to be absorbed. So this product is 450 milligrams of calcium, 450 milligrams of magnesium. It meets that 1-to-1 ratio. And in that instance, we are really literally absorbing almost all of the calcium out of here. So less risk of kidney stones, and we can get away with taking a lower dose. So unlike the other calcium product that we have had available for the past 25 years, where we have to take it twice a day, this we only have to take once a day because of its superior absorbability. And not only is it 1-to-1 ratio with calcium and magnesium, but it also contains stomach acid factors that, let's face it, minerals need stomach acid in order to break it down, and calcium is a mineral. So this really is just higher absorbability. We have to, because of that, we only have to take it once a day instead of twice a day. So for compliance, it's a little bit better. So we're not taking vitamins multiple times a day. And so that's why I love the CalMag Absorb. Plus, magnesium is an amazing mineral where there's like 300 functions in the body that run off magnesium. It's relaxing. It helps us sleep better. It helps us poop better. It runs our ATP energy cycles. It's just an amazing thing. So, and many people are low or deficient in magnesium. So, love the CalMag Absorb. Don't forget though, bone health, absorbing calcium properly has to be dependent on our vitamin D status being adequate. So, vitamin D is important too.
And I think that about wraps it up for
I think
tonight.
so. It's 11 minutes, and I hope this has been helpful. Any questions, please reach out to us and have a wonderful rest of your week.
Take care.